They like their turtle dances, they like the lord dances, and they like to stay in the team fights for as long as they can. So don't be surprised when they clump up in a death ball and try to go as ham as they can. So again, a lot of teams still opting to go for that side neutral creeps. We see Tuya already in the position of the opponent's jungle, giving a little bit more information, but I don't think there's too much they can do as of now.
Yep, okay, gonna get scouted out by the Marcel instead. Of course, Asians are gonna go on into game number 1. Team Philippines against Team Myanmar right here. Interesting picks coming up from Team Philippines as well. We can see Team Myanmar denying the pick from Sanford's pick. Vinuya's Piquito. This is gonna be a mouthful for me.
Again, going back to the emblems, a lot of marksmen opting for the final emblems just because of the heal ratio. You want to stay in the lane a little bit longer. In the late game as well, you have that sustain. So all you need to do is just kill the jungle creeps. You don't need to recall all the way back. And if you're a good marksman, you don't even press that recall button at all. So at the end of the day, though, going back to it, Vinuya versus Hentet. This is going to be quite an interesting matchup because the Paquito definitely wins out in terms of the lane-to-lane matchup. But this is Vinuya that we're talking about.
Yeah, but De La Cruz on the early game on this Mathilda, right, does have a lot of damage, especially above. You can take a look. If last time Mathilda does a lot of damage, she does even more right now, Churros.
Yeah. This is also a way for De La Cruz to open up that map, check and give intelligence to the rest of the team. Philippines is one of those teams that are very, very calculated. They don't take unnecessary fights, and they don't make mistakes if they don't have to. In Myanmar, they're going to be able to capitalize on that one. Play a little bit more passively, play it to their strengths. Philippines knows when Paquito and the Lilia's power spikes are at as well.
Yeah, it seems like Team Philippines was kind of gathering around the top right there, kind of setting up for that turtle fight. Unfortunately for the side of Hane, he's not able to join the fight. Finally hits level 4 though. Turtle getting chunked down half HP. Baxia rolling in the deep, trying to look for a pickup right there, but gets stalled by the side of Brunoya, the heavy spin. Vicendo going around the world. And Pico letting down the Mystic Gush. Once again, giving the side to Hayden though. As Myanmar finds on a stable footing. Double kill over the side of Team Myanmar already. As Team Philippines has been routed.
Great save from De La Cruz. Papico able to get out of there alive. Everything transpired when Vinuya was in the right position, got that final slash onto Kientet-U, and it created a lot of space and opportunity, but they were hyper-focused on the Paquito and protecting the Paquito from that gourd, which is the main damage from the back line. Kyotuya was the main guy that was in the back line, just being such an annoyance to be able to split up that team fight. So great start from Myanmar. We'll be able to take a look at the replays and able to draw out all these team fights from there. Baxia was the first one to be in the midst of battle, and with that, just took down one hit at a time.
Yeah, I feel like, unfortunately, Papico was just a sitting duck, right? And Mathilda was forced to kind of use the Guiding Wind to pull. The threat coming out from Hane is just way too much for Team Philippines to handle. They have to back off. You can see the Mystic Gush was really just turned off very quickly. And this is exactly what I want to see, right? Teams knowing how to deal with the gourd. Finding a way to kind of flank to basically slow down. But hold on a second, call. Engaging. Guiding Wind being so annoying. De La Cruz coming in clutch.
Yeah, there's just one way to sum up Marcel. On the bottom side, Viana
takes a bunch of damage though. Even the Toto's Poisson's already used by the side of Han. We'll back away for now.
De La Cruz already there for backup. They know that something's going to go down on the bottom side. Once that top side is all cleared up, they might be able to find a way to push up that team fights away from that gold lane, give Biana a much better time in the farming lane. On a main lane-to-lane matchup, though, this carry should have a decent time up against Claw. They do have that late-game insurance. At the same time, Corrosive Scythe already built up. They opt to go less for the boots and immediately jump straight for the core.
I feel like going to the later parts of the game, both teams does have the comms to scale. But in terms of tankiness, right, if you look at how Vinuya is already building, skipping the boots like what you mentioned, and also going for a lot more damagey items, right? This is the kind of the new Arlot. You really have a lot of damage, and you hope to try to dive all the way to the back line, burst down, shine, and then just rotate.
I think big threat would also be coming in from Marcel as well.
Oh, seems like Papico landing down Mystic Gush would not be able to hand. I think that's a bit too shallow for the side Team Philippines. Now the turtle will be reset. Team Myanmar letting it go though.
No flicker, no Mystic Gush. They're going to try to reset, try to play around this turtle, try to draw this out before committing anymore. Myanmar still has everything in their arsenal. They could go for a deep strike down the flank, find out Gord, find where Gord is, and basically just take it out.
This is not a very comfortable position for the Silent Team Philippines, I have to say. De La Cruz getting caught right here. Here comes the Matilda Airlines already committed. Find a slash coming up from the side of Binuya, catching onto Han. But the Turtle still in the possession for the Silent Team Myanmar.
They're still tanking every single thing. They're still staying in strong.
Oh, whoa, hold on. Nepomuceno finding the steal away. That Turtle, I was actually already dismissing it. It should be going for Team Myanmar. However, it is sneaky Nepomuceno finding it.
Yeah, everyone was just way too hyper-focused on Papico. That Nepomuceno was able to just sit comfortably down that turtle pit, able to get that orange buff and get out of the way. Matilda Airlines to your service.
Wait, hold on a second. Yeah, that was the orange buff already. This Nepomuceno is literally being a thief in the dark right here, stealing everything from the side of Myanmar as well. Okay, De La Cruz getting frozen up just a little bit. Here comes the blazing duet from the side of Shine. Vienna activating the ultimate as well, trying to duke it out, but it's gonna be the gold lane as both the touch and go.
That's going to be a lot of damage down the bottom side. The flicker already used up on top from Binuya, but that was a very smart play from Team Philippines. They know how to play that map. They know how to play the macro game. Now, team fight coming out of the top side.
Nepomuceno heavy spin already committed, trying to pin Mia all the way into the wall, but that is, I would say, not the main target, but it seems like Binuya's doing so much damage. Find a slash, reposition, Nepomuceno picking up the kill, giving over the side to Team Philippines.
Smart final slash coming in from Binuya to be able to secure the first kill for Team Philippines. But man, Myanmar's Marcel is definitely going to be a huge annoyance to Team Philippines. He's just running rampant around this map, able to lock two members down, and you have to force in your basically all your core resources, your flicker plays, and everything else. Vico in a spot of bother.
Should be able to just get out dodge. De La Cruz just providing, you know, airline services to wherever, especially with the rising cost of airlines right now. But hey, you know, Team Philippines, unfortunately, they lost topside turret, but I think Team Philippines trying to buy as much time as possible. Don't forget, there's a scaling column right on Papico, right on Vienna. That's the whole golden hour almost hitting onto Team Philippines. De La Cruz using the ultimate, trying to get out of there. Han will be picking up that one. It's not looking too good. Team Myanmar has a priority right now.
Myanmar at least sacrificed their roamer to keep Vienna safe. So De La Cruz, that was a worthy sacrifice on Matilda's part, but that golden hour dodge was definitely perfect for Team Philippines. Able to just take down that turtle as well. They're not too worried about these early game skirmishes. They're not too worried about these early game team fights. They're just going to let Myanmar just rush in and take down these heads because they're going straight for the objective. They're playing the long game.
Power spikes for the side of Vienna already hit. There's already golden stuff in that carry's pocket already. Maybe this is the time for them to strike. I like how Team Philippines is taking a bit of losses on the top and the bot. They lost, at the very least, they secured 2 turrets, but the gold is still neck to neck. So I would say that Team Myanmar, I feel like there's a lot more work cut out for them. I want to see more of this Quito just finding these angles to try to force it out.
Philippines able to just buy time to get Vienna online, to get De La Cruz a little bit more sustained coming in. And this is the babysitting that we like to see. De La Cruz and Vienna just sitting heavily together and very comfortable, just free farming every single one of those creeps, every single one of the resources just funneling into Vienna. Once that carry comes online, Myanmar with basically a full dive potential lineup, it needs to be able to commit down into Philippines' throats.
I agree. The priority for the Baxia and also the Paquito is starting to fall very, very soon, right? Especially when Team Philippines is just doing stuff like the Nepomuceno. It's just showing itself out right in the face of Team Myanmar's jungle. He's not afraid. He's an Akai. Nobody for the side. Team Myanmar is there to burst except for Shine, and Shine needs to farm all the way down bot. And now, maybe because Team Myanmar has already unlocked Shine, maybe there's a way for them to start using him in massive team fights.
Yep. In the mid stage of the game, though, Myanmar kind of seems like they are trying to force over the side lanes, try to push it in. If they want to play macro, Myanmar is going to play macro back. And Team Philippines, it's sort of like Nepomuceno is just sitting in their opponent's jungle, taking all the resources that they hold dear, and no one is committing into the team fight that Akai has. This is the passiveness that we know and love from the Southeast Asian teams. And both of these teams, they know and they respect each other. They've seen each other play for a very long time as well.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really need to force it right now. Nepomuceno, the hold on second call. trying to make a play right there. Would not be able to find anything though. You can see how Team Philippines super disciplined about that one because the Lord is up. They're looking for a play, but there's a lot of things that Team Philippines had got to do. Top side defend at the same time. There's also another lane open at the same time, and it feels like Team Myanmar is the one dominating most of the river parts as well, especially the positioning from Claw.
Yeah, as much as Claude is just 200 gold ahead, but hold on a second, that's an hour.
Already tried to buy some time, just a little bit heavy spin. It's going to be Han securing the Lord instead. Members on the side of Team Philippines trying to fight onto the punish. Vienna tags onto Kyo. That will be going down, but final slash from the side of Nuya stalls the escape for Team Myanmar as they will pay the price of this Lord. 2 members going down for the side of Team Myanmar.
The sustain also coming in from De La Cruz. As long as Matilda's in these team fight, there is not much that Myanmar can do to break through to their defenses, and they're protecting their back line super efficiently, super effectively. Nipo Macheno, even though he started off with that Lord, he knows that the back line, he knows that Papico is getting assaulted on, he knows that Diana is in a spot of bother. He ditches that Lord, goes straight to that team fight. He's protecting his team to infinity and beyond. Taking a look at the replays, using the heavy spin to try to push everyone back, protecting the back line so effectively. Diana just free hitting and just getting the auto attacks on, and Venuya. Enough said about this guy, man.
How do you do that? Like flicker, final slash, right underneath the enemy's turret and still get 2 kills, right? This is just pure discipline, I would say pure micro coming out from Team Philippines that is really crazy. But then this problem is still here. Team Myanmar does have super minions, was able to crack open mid, crack open top. Team Philippines on the other hand, that mid looks really weak. Myanmar could just go over there, burst it down very quickly. But Team Myanmar is on a timer. They saw the power, the damage coming on Team Philippines, and they know it.
That's a 5-man.
5-man for the moment, try to buy some time. There we go, crack open mid.
Okay, smart move, very passive, very defensive from Myanmar, and also very disciplined. And they know that their draft is definitely not going to be able to take down a 5-on-5. So they're sending the Paquito down the bottom side. They're sending the Claude up to the top side to be able to push down those lanes, creating that space. They don't really need to fight a full-on team fight and just fight around the objectives when they do so.
But they're trying to crash in. Oh, Nebuchadnezzar taking a lot of damage though. Heavy spin already committed. Venuya, 3-man final slash, but maybe would be a little bit not. Pabico landing down onto the Mystic Gush. Doesn't hit anybody though. Myanmar gets away scot-free.
They just need a little bit more time. Right now, at this stage, Carry and Claw definitely has a lot of damage when it comes in. So both teams are actively trying to avoid team fights at all costs. What they can do is try to go for pickoffs. Venuya has been phenomenal with the final slashes, finding not 1, but at least 3 members on the side of Myanmar. And all they can do is just, at this point in time, try to split push. They're winning the macro game. They've got at least 5 turrets off of Team Philippines, able to crack down that base and wait for the Lord again. So pretty much back to basics on this one.
Yeah, right now, Team Myanmar, even Shine has already secured the Winter Crown already. Vienna has responded with the Wind of Nature. Right now, I would say those are your gold laners already activated. This is the late game territory that we're talking about right now. Team Myanmar, I feel like, ever since the first 2 kills earlier just now by the side of this Paquito from the side of Team Myanmar, nothing has been done so far trying to fix the wave over to the other side.
Paquito is left all alone. You always see a 3-2 split from Philippines, which works very well for Vienna. You don't want to risk too much getting your marksmen taken down and opening the floodgates for Myanmar to come in for the approach.
Here comes to go to an hour, buy some time, and the laser still not activated. Han securing the Lord instead, and then Moseno pinning members on the ground. Venuya joining the fray at the same time, trying to dive all the way back in. The members on the side of Team Philippines coming for the flank. 2 members on the side of Team Myanmar already out. Same could be said on the side of Team Philippines as well. But Team Philippines, they found the critical mark. Vienna, there's going to be a shutdown, a double kill. Wait, a triple, a wipeout for the side of Team Myanmar.
Philippines started off strong. Even though they were trapped on the golden hour, it was a little bit too fast, too soon. Nipo Machano wasn't able to get that Lord, but able to buy that time with the heavy spin. Venuya coming in with the support. Vienna and De La Cruz all the way from that top side, flying down with the airlines to clear up Myanmar. The Lord marching on the top
though.
side. They need to be able to go back. That's the recall.
Yeah, that's not enough time for the side of Team Philippines, but at the very least, the cracked open bot. It is crazy, not gonna lie, that Team Myanmar was the one to secure 2 Lords, but it seems like Team Myanmar wasn't able to capitalize on these objectives.
Myanmar really desperately has to play the macro game. Take a look at these replay. We see, okay, you took the Lord, I'm going to take your heads. You lock down with a heavy spin. You get the Matilda Airlines coming in with Viana having a VIP slot, a VIP for a first wipeout of the game so far.
First class ticket, I would say. Literally boarded that airline, landing the fight. It's like as if this carry has an SOD himself, right?
Yeah.
Like using De La Cruz as the guiding wind to just rotate quickly, defend, and then after that, just hyper rotations coming out from Team Philippines.
You're basically playing a carry with an angel seated around you and nested around you. So you have an extra dash, you have an extra escape, you have an extra mobility coming in, and you're just hyper farming the entirety of probably the rest of the game. And from now, it was even in terms of economy, but at this point in time, Philippines are tipping the scales.
Yep, if you talk about even economy, but don't forget, you've got the Paquito and the Baksa. These two are already starting to lose a lot more priority. You're looking at Team Myanmar. Hopefully the Claw was able to do a lot of damage. Is Myo on this Lilia was, well, okay, Vicar already, that was a jump. Luckily was able to just BMI all the way out to safety. But you can start to see the damage right now with the Ice Cream 1 from the side of Pipico. Those movement speed is gonna be a problem.
Taking a look at itemizations, looks like Viana is online, ready to go. That's a full item build. Might be able to sell that boots for an additional item slot. So is Claw. So these are the 2 main heroes that I'm looking out for in terms of damage output. The fact of the matter is, when we talked about Marcel, we talked about also the risk factor that comes into play. But hitting the golden hour really takes timing, and it has to be impeccable when it comes down to these objective picks. Yes, Myanmar can secure the Lords, can secure the turtles, but how do you convert that into the kills? And how do you plan your escape routes? Because Philippines, they're playing the traditional Ube strategy. It's the ultimate botting experience. As long as they're 5, it's so hard to get into the back lines, get into Pabico's face, get into Viana and try to take him out.
Right now, I feel like Team Philippines is just looking for an excuse to just dive onto Myanmar, right? Myanmar feels like they've always burn off all their utilities just to try to secure the Lord, try to prevent Team Philippines to take the Lord. But you see how Team Philippines come back in with a punch. Twice in a row, we saw that, you know, Team Philippines made Myanmar's Lord take down costly. Team Myanmar take down the Lord. Team Philippines got to take at least 2, and all of a sudden you cannot reinforce with the Lord. You cannot take advantage of the Lord to kind of push against Team Philippines, though. So I think right now, I would say even Stevens, right? The goal lead also agrees the same based on the stats.
In the macro perspective, though, both teams are not touching the Lord, waiting for the enhanced Lord. This is the 18-minute mark. And it does look like the 3-2 is working extremely well for Team Philippines.
That's not exactly where you want to be! There's gonna be Shine taking down De La Cruz right here. Vienna, massive damage coming up. Vienna trying to scale. The Wind of Nature coming in really clutch. It's a trade of a roam.
Again, like I said, the 3-2 composition, they know that at the top side, Philippines has, they see Nimpo Muchano, they see Vinuya. So now, on the other side of the map, that's where Viana and De La Cruz is. They identified that and try to take that out as the final slash.
Oh man, there's no way for him to get on away. That's going to be the laser committed. Nepomuceno picking up that kill as well. And now 2 members down. It's going to be Team Myanmar trying to make a play right here. But there's 4 members from the side of Team Philippines still locking down the Lord. Mio tried to land down the bomb, tried to zone, but he's going to run out of steam very quickly. Team Philippines looking to blitz this Lord down.
Beautiful target prioritization, just taking one at a time. This Vinuya.
All the way in the back line, he's taking a lot of damage onto by the Shine, but he's hopefully trying to buy some more time. Vienna is outputting a lot of damage for Biko. That laser coming out, resetting Mio, but it's going to be blazing away. Vienna secures the Lord instead for the side of Team Philippines.
What a play by Team Philippines, just baiting out that Claude away. And Vinuya just starting things off. Yes, that Claude hurts. Yes, Vinuya is in a spot of bother. He's able to always find a way out. So Philippines They are 2 steps ahead. He knows how to engage. He knows what time to engage, and he knows their way out. And Muchano is left all alone. Heavy spin already utilized just to get get back to safety. And all this time, just because of Viana and De La Cruz earlier on, down the bottom side, pushing in the waves, you have a fat wave with the enhanced and involved Lord marching down the bottom side. So Myanmar has a lot cut out for them.
Yeah, like literally, this is exactly what I was talking about, right? Your early game priority is already gone. If Myanmar wasn't able to get a lot more, I would say, infrastructure damage against Team Philippines, they're gonna hurt a lot. And now because of that 2 Lord fights earlier just now before this one, they lost a lot of members and they're unable to capitalize on more Lord. This may be a bit too late. And now as Team Philippines just marches into the base of Team Myanmar. Laser coming out, that's going to be the golden moment as well. Call as well, trying to snap pictures at the same time. Myanmar side, Team Myanmar trying to defend, but the Lord is a little bit too much. For the side of Team Philippines, the damage overwhelming. Team Philippines take game number 1 against Team Myanmar.
What a play all the way to the very end. Team Philippines, they calculate